This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Fan.
Gentlemen, Sky Yuma to the coach of the Golden Gophers Hockey team. Ladies and gentlemen, Sky Yuma to the head coach of the Golden Gophers Hockey team. Can I get a witness and a raucous round of applause for Bob Motzko, ladies and gentlemen? Bob Motzko. What's going on there, Coach?
End of summer. Here it comes.
Is that
football season?
See, that's what's interesting here is we love when Bob stops by yearly. And he'll join my 9 to Noon radio show from buses driving throughout the upper Midwest, and we're passing the phone around to blue liners and centermen and bus drivers and stuff like that. So that's a 9 to Noon staple. But we love when he stops by. But what's strange now is whether it's recruiting, getting the team ready for this year, personal life, whatever. You must be super busy. You haven't texted me one time during the Vikings preseason about Brosmer, McCarthy, none of them. I mean, how busy are you right now?
I'm following it right now. We're all into it. I loved your passion when you said, let's go. We got to get this win going in the playoffs.
Yes, we do.
People don't know that I'm a diehard Viking fan and Gopher football fan, but it's been exciting. I mean, did we draft a quarterback of the future?
McCarthy or Brosmer?
And then
Brosmer of riches.
And Brosmer, how about that story? He has looked terrific. And I know all of us have been waiting. It's been Fran Tarkington and then a lot of guys in between.
Yeah.
Tommy Kramer, and then Culpepper we drafted, and then we've had to go out and hire some guys. But
we drafted Ponder.
Yeah. But
they tried.
We might have hit like we are all optimistic right now that we hit, and could this be something if we got, because he's sure a classy guy, the guy we drafted from Michigan.
Oh, McCarthy.
Oh gosh,
he's a hockey guy. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, and
well, with Brosmer, like now with this super special exclusive athletes cafeteria. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I mean, I would tease Parker Fox from the basketball team all the time. He talk about this cafeteria he gets to go to, and I'm sitting next to Ollie Moore, and I'm talking to Throsmer over here, and, baseball players over there. Do you get to go into that and get meals? Is that for coaches, too?
We have to pay.
Right.
If we go in there. And then
wow.
we go in there with recruits.
Maybe you need some Taco Bell NIL.
And we walk through, but I actually don't need to be walking through there. I can avoid that place.
But here's the point. Like, I mean, you're in the building with all the teams and all the players eventually. Like, did you get to know Brosmer at all? You watch the games and stuff, and
sure.
He was good last year. He's different right now from what I understand.
Well, I thought he got... hey, he transfers in from New Hampshire last year, and there's going to be a learning curve. But second half of the season, I thought he was lights out.
Yep.
He was a real quarterback.
Right.
And he proved that at New Hampshire. And then, he gets picked up as a free agent. And why can't it happen? San Francisco's playing with a quarterback that was the last player taken in the draft.
Right. Went to the Super Bowl.
And just signed his new monster deal, Purdy. It can happen.
Of course.
Absolutely.
My sources tell me you've been on a recruiting heater the last month.
Yeah.
And you probably... Yeah. You probably can't mention names, right? But what do you feel is going well, if anything?
Well...
so are my sources right? Have you been on a recruiting heater? Are you happy with the people you've gotten? Or commits or whatever?
I can tell you, I've been here 7 years. We've been happy with our recruiting from day one.
Right.
And like everything, I wish you could, let everybody under the hood. It is really this next class that just opened up from the recruiting. We got rules to follow. So that's 10th graders going into grade 11.
Mm-hmm.
It is loaded with talent.
Wow. Locally?
Locally and nationally.
Jeez.
And the Minnesota Gophers are going to do well. And in the last couple years, we've done great, but it's been not as thick from a talent standpoint. And with the guys we have on our team that we've recruited in, we need some guys to take some big steps.
Yeah.
But that's the future, And no one's going to, and I get when you take this job, we get criticized if we don't win at all. But I could tell you, we have a problem. Though, and let's face our problem. We have a hard time getting old, and our sport, we're one of the only ones our kids take off to the NHL.
Yeah,
and we get criticized when because we don't get old. But they like our recruits, and they keep getting the NHL. We have to stay with it.
Yes.
We
I understand.
2 years ago, Faber stayed his junior year, Lacombe stayed his senior year, Johnson stayed his senior year.
Yeah.
In 2002, Leopold was a senior, Johnny Pohl was a senior, Martin was a junior. If you're going to win big, you've got to get your top players to be a little older.
Yeah.
And we've got a great returning group right now of upperclassmen that have got to take some steps for us, and we're going to get in there and swing.
I'm really glad here at Carousel Park at the State Fair we were able to unfurl the therapeutic Davenport of love and let you get all of that out before you head into training camp or whatever, because I didn't even ask if there was a problem. I was praising the heater. One of your biggest fans told me you were on in August with recruiting, but that's great that you were able to let that out. But here's why. You always have developed players, like you said, who stick around for a while. So with the portal and dangling and the dangling carrot that is the NHL, how is adapting to this era of college hockey?
Well, we're taking, I don't want to say the Dabo Sweeney role of it, but it's very hard. I've kind of sat back in the transfer portal because I love the guys that we recruit. And you look at it this year, we got rated this year with 6 guys signing to go to the NHL.
Yeah.
And I don't, you don't begrudge it.
Yep.
Like, and I'm happy for those guys, and we wish them absolutely the best. And
you don't begrudge it unless you feel like somebody outside of a parent is influencing their decision, and you think it's the wrong decision. See, then you can begrudge it as a surrogate dad and friend, right?
You could, but I'm wasting my time.
Great point.
I'm wasting my time if I do that, because it's all not about who you lose, it's about who you have and who you get, and then how you're going to develop your guys.
I love that.
I can tell you, we turned the page immediately when this group, signed and left. And do I agree that they all should have left? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whether I agree or not.
You're right.
But I turned to the next group, and we've got I like our group.
Yeah.
We have some players that have to take big steps for us. They're going to get new roles, and that's what they want. That's what they're training for. And we'll get in there. We'll be taking a swing at it. I can assure you of that. And I can tell you, our fans are going to like this team.
Bob, how close do you feel we are? That would be you and I and everybody here at the State Fair, to you bringing a Frozen Four championship trophy to Carousel Park and holding it up and having everybody go Sky U Mom.
Well, we're always close. Mm-hmm. We're knocking on the door every year right now. And then we just had gone through a streak. We're 2 Frozen Fours and 3 region finals in a row. And then last year we got bumped out. Boy, I wish I could tell you we're going to win every game. It just does. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I know that we're in the hunt.
Yeah,
we're going to be battling for it, and it's probably a better question for us to answer. Like with a team like if everyone would have returned, we'd be stacked. We would have a lot of holes all filled and the right guys taking it.
For those who don't follow it closely, just to be honest and lay it out, kind of what we've talked around here. The Gophers hockey team lost its top 5 scorers to the NHL. Snoogie would be one name, and just so on and so on. But that's kind of what we're talking about here, right? You have to not rebuild, reload.
Yeah, and that's what you do. So the best question with this team, we have 7 freshmen and then some sophomores that really got to take some big steps for us. Mm-hmm. Well, like by Thanksgiving, we'll have a really good feel. We're gonna point, get the compass pointed in the right way.
Yeah.
We did go into the portal with 2 players this year. Okay, and
the goalie and who else?
And Tanner Ludke, a Lakeville boy coming home. He played in Omaha. He was injured a great deal last year, and he's an upper class guy. Can play center, and he's been a leader at wherever he's been.
Yeah.
You can't look at. I think he only got in 9 games last year with the surgery he had. A huge get for us with losing older guys, but then it's our plethora of young guys that are coming in that are chomping at the bit. And some of those sophomores to get bigger roles, and that's what's exciting about this. And our staff has to continue to keep our focus, bringing in the right guys, the right players that fit what we're doing, and then it's working greatly, except for one thing. And we don't avoid it. We got to win a national title. I get that.
Okay. Well, playing into the one thing is I mean, with the transfer portal and with name, image, likeness, and the fact that these kids can have agents, so they can have ancillary figures who, with all due respect, don't have the coach's best interest, and they don't have the totality of the team's best interest. They have their client's best interest. Now, these are 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old young adults, which means they're more impressionable at that stage than they probably are in their 40s and 50s. So that's fair, right? I mean, all of that plays into it. But like you said, I mean, if you let that thing eat you up and you lay in bed and stare at a ceiling fan, you might as well just quit now, right?
Yeah, and we're very fortunate at Minnesota with our hockey program. Like, we have lost very few guys to the portal since it's been open. And we've kind of taken all of us in sports, I can tell you, football, basketball, hockey, doesn't matter, women's volleyball, we're all studying what's happened. This is a brand new phenomenon that happened in sports. Paying athletes, transfer portal. And you're studying it. And you're seeing some cases, football and basketball, where, thank you, where it's not working. If they go all in. And so that's what we're doing.
The first overall pick in the NFL draft, Cam Ward, who we just saw in that preseason game, he started at something called Incarnate Word, and then he went to Washington State, and then he finished at Miami, and now he's in the NFL. I mean, that is like college football, college basketball, college hockey to a certain extent. I guess it's old guy get off my lawn here, but like Tim Duncan, well, where'd he go? Wake Forest or whatever? 4 years. These players for these X amount of years, you develop favorite players. You develop favorite teams and players that have been together for 2 or 3 years. It's a new generation. It's a new era. And that's fine. We adapting, may be a problem, but we have no choice. We're going to adapt and continue. Yep. But it doesn't mean along the way that you don't, get hurt by things by not necessarily seeing the same faces year after year. It doesn't mean we have to like it. You know what I mean?
I just believe in my heart, and I think we're going to be on the right side of history with this. That building your team still through the draft. Yep. Recruiting battles, especially, we're so fortunate. We have so much talent in the state of Minnesota, and we have such a high-profile program where Matt Nyes and a Logan Cooley will come to from outside the state, and L.J. Mooney's coming in this year, Thomas Vanek or Lou Nanny. We are going to get some top players from outside the state. So we are very fortunate, but I still believe that you bring them in, they get in your strength program, they bleed for your program, and you've got to use the transfer portal to supplement maybe some of the losses we get, because I can't control the National Hockey League.
Right.
And I really don't waste any more of my time or our staff's time. At the end of the year, it's going to happen. But for the most part, though, our guys have been staying, through their junior year.
Do Bob Motzko, coach of the Golden Gophers hockey team, one of my very favorites for quite some time. Bob, do you have people you seek advice or counsel to help you mentally navigate what sometimes can be choppy waters?
Absolutely. You've got to, one, you lean heavily on your staff. In your staff, all of us have our connections, like anything. And we all have support groups and that you reach out. And especially what's been happening in the last 7 years. Living through COVID, when it was, and then the transfer portal, and then paying athletes, and now major junior being I can't tell you the change that is the greatest change that's happened in college sports history, and I kind of take because we saw some programs just think, well, they're going to change their program because of these new things. I just think you have to use it as a supplement.
Yeah, and it's like free agency in sports.
And if you
draft is the lifeblood, free agency is the steroid that gets the blood pumping.
And we're navigating through this crazy world right now, but we are nothing like what's happening in football and basketball.
Right.
That I can't even imagine. And I think people are trying to get their arms wrapped around that and fix that.
It's no fun.
No, just
what, holy cow, for those of you who follow it, and you can look online if you want, what a non-conference gauntlet that you've accepted here. I mean, a series with Michigan Tech. We got Boston College, North Dakota, Minnesota Duluth, and the Hall of Fame games in Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, is this an iron-sharpening iron approach to the non-conference, you hope?
Well, either I am the dumbest head coach in the history of coaching, or I got some still you-know-what.
Yeah.
But we've been building our program up.
That's great.
And we've been in all these games, and our fans want to see North Dakota. They want to see Duluth. I've been the head coach at Boston College, and I have been very close. He's on my World Junior staff again this year, and we've been on 4 World Junior staffs. I want us to play Boston College.
Yeah.
And so here they come. They come in. Denver
We'll
called.
call it the Bob pot, not the bean pot.
Denver called. You want to come out and play us? Yes. But we were supposed to be loaded this year. And
when you accept
we're still going to be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
And I stopped worrying about a schedule a long time ago.
Yeah.
But no one is going to accuse us of dodging any schedule.
Speaking of Denver, are the Pioneers a target at which to shoot every year? And how do they stay high end pretty much every year?
Denver is one of the unique, and I worked at Denver for a year, and then Steve Miller, my assistant coach, was at Denver for 19 years. They're that unique, sitting out in the in the Rocky Mountains. They've got their a Western Canadian based recruiting over the history, and so if you live in Western Canada, there's a lot of good hockey players in Western Canada. That's your closest team.
Wow.
you might call North Dakota, but back in the day, North Dakota and Denver owned Western Canada. And then you've got one thing we should talk about, the United States right now, and I know the World Juniors is coming up, but we're hitting it at all cylinders, developing talent in the United States right now, border to border. Matthew Nyes was just here, and everyone's watching what he's doing. He's from Arizona. Austin Matthews is from Arizona. California is they're Texas, California, they're putting out players. Denver's got a little niche all by themselves. Yeah. And they do a terrific job of recruiting. They find their niche and they stay strong. And the coach there, Gwozdecki did a great job. Jim Montgomery did a great job. He's now with the St. Louis Blues. And
Dublowitz between the pipes.
Yeah, there's a name from the past, if you remember. But Denver they're that Duke, that Gonzaga, that kind of has their niche.
Okay, well, Bob has a new player, and he may be diminutive, but he's going to come up big on the ice. And in fact, at Mariucci, they're not going to be booing; they're going to be mooing for L.J. Mooney, who happens to be Logan Cooley's cousin, and Logan Cooley was the bomb for Bob and is really good in the NHL. Now, my man's just 5'7", but is quite electric on those skates, from what I hear. What do you like most about the freshman, L.J. Mooney?
Well, normally you don't get a lot out of me talking about freshmen. Even when Cooley was coming in, and we knew what he was.
Yeah, they weren't booing, they were cooing.
But L.J. is just born to have fun on the ice. One thing with Logan, and I love Logan. Logan doesn't smile. He is just a mean competitor.
Yeah.
And his cousin, and their backyards back up to each other.
Wow.
And these two they're together all summer long. Mooney plays with a smile, and he's the toughest son of a gun that you stick on the ice.
At 5'7", you got to be.
He competes his tail off. He was terrific at our camp, at World Junior Camp, and young. I love him. I mean, our fans are going to love him, and we're really excited that he followed his cousin and came with us, and there's a good chance we're going to have him around for a couple of years, and at least. And he was drafted by Montreal, but he is just a fun hockey player with a fearless compete and high skill level, and we're excited. He got here today too.
Good. Welcome to the Covenant, L.J. Mooney. Lastly, your goalies. Junior Nathan Airy returns. Now we have Luca Di Pasqua. Luca Di Pasqua, who transferred from Michigan State. As you say, you don't pick the netminder. The athletes do. What do you like about those guys?
Well, Nathan Airy, he's going to be an upperclassman now, and Nathan Airy's been a very good goalie. But and I'll tell a story. I'm kind of telling a story that the challenge has been put on him. But it was my end of the year meeting with him was great. He told me the story. I need to be better at 1, 2, 3. And they were right on the money of what he has to do to take the next step to be an elite goaltender. And he looks great. I bumped into him yesterday. He just got back. He got married this summer. And he's a big athlete, just a terrific young man. And we really believe that he has the ability, but he's got to take that step. He's got to be that quarterback right now. And then what happened at Michigan State is that Michigan State's got one of the best goalies in the country, Trey Augustine, who they got to come in. He's won the last 2 gold medals for the U.S. and World Juniors. He didn't sign with Detroit. He stayed in college. And Luca was brought in to be the heir apparent, and he was 7-0 last year.
Gee.
And Luca goes, I got to go. If he's staying, I got to find a home. So we threw our name in the hat, and the coach Nightingale and I get along very well. And he told Luca, Minnesota's a school you should look at. And it was full disclosure. We told him all about Nathan Airy. We do not have a proven number 1 goaltender. We got an open spot to fight. Kind of what you want. You want that competition. But Luca's got a great track record. But he's a great young man, and he wants to battle, but he knew he would be behind Trey one more year with only 2 years of eligibility. This is one of the legitimate reasons why the transfer portal is good.
Yeah.
These kids want to play.
Right.
They've trained their rear ends off, and they don't want to sit. They want a chance. So we think we're sitting great in goaltender this year, and we're going to throw them out there, and we'll see where that takes.
You and I have had these chats for a long time, and it's before you became head coach of the Golden Gophers. WCHA changed. Gophers go and go to the Big Ten. Okay, so the point being here is, it may have taken a little while, but the Big Ten's a bear. I mean, holy cow, has that conference become tough at college hockey? And you look at the non-conference, and then you look at the conference and what you're facing there. Not only is it good pulling players from other teams via the transfer, probably to fill holes and stuff, but it's a gauntlet to get through that thing, isn't it?
It has turned out to be what everybody thought when it started, because we're only 7 teams in our conference, and they added Notre Dame.
Yep.
And you saw it, like the difference between 1 and 7. Now our fans don't want to hear this.
I know,
because they're used to the old days. Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Denver were at the top. The rest of the teams were at the bottom. And imagine the Big Ten starting a 6-team Big Ten football conference with just Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. And they're going to beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're beating the snot out of each other, and we're getting stronger. The best recruits are still coming into the Big Ten. But the biggest excitement for me has been, when we got the job 7 years ago, our fans. They've come back, but I'm an old WCHA guy.
Right.
We all were mad at it. And they showed that our attendance was down, but our attendance is back. Our student section's back. We're filling the building, and they know they're seeing great hockey. And we're still sprinkling in our North Dakota and Duluth, and we had St. Thomas for a couple. I can't play everybody. I don't have enough room in non-conference.
Yeah.
St. Cloud will be back on our schedule eventually soon, and along with St. Thomas, and we've tried Mankato, but they haven't had room. But we'll add Boston College and Denver.
But I mean,
it's a hell of you're seeing great hockey and the best players in the country,
and teams like multiple teams who can win the national championship.
Well, look at Penn State last year.
Yep,
they were 6th place.
Yep,
I think it was, and then they made the Frozen Four. I think if I'm off on that, but I think they were 6th place. But from Christmas on, they started to catch on. The young team, and they were playing great at the end of last year and got into the tournament. And Michigan State and ourselves, Minnesota won. We were co-winners of the Big Ten. We both got knocked out in the first round.
Right.
And
but it's okay to recognize the greatness around you, but also be nostalgic as a fan, or as Bob Motzko, when you were next to Don Lucia on the bench, and be like, you know what? It's okay to miss the days of Jordan Leopold checking Grant Stevenson and Shane Joseph from the Troy Jutting days, because that's equity, that's history, and those who put the time in have a right to hearken to the memories, positively or negatively. I appreciate you.
Okay, thanks, pal.
God bless you and your family, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Okay,
right, thank you.
Hey, Bob Motzko, it's a genuine article right there. He salted the earth. 11:35. You're listening.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Life moves fast. A new home, a new baby, a new chapter. But without an estate plan, your future's still vulnerable. With Trust and Will, you can name guardians, start a trust, create healthcare directives, and more. All online in about an hour. It's attorney-designed, state-specific, and built to protect what you love. Plans start at just $199, and every plan is safe, secure, and kept completely private. From families with young kids to adults caring for aging parents, Trust and Will makes it simple to take control, without a law office, paperwork stress, or court delays. Go to trustandwill.com and use code RADIO to save 20%. Start your plan today. Don't wait for life to force your hand. Estate planning is one of the smartest, most loving things you can do. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
This is Jacob Goldstein from What's Your Problem? Business software is expensive, and when you buy software from lots of different companies, it's not only expensive, it gets confusing, slow to use, hard to integrate. Odoo solves that because all Odoo software is connected on a single affordable platform. Save money without missing out on the features you need. Odoo has no hidden costs and no limit on features or data. Odoo has over 60 apps available for any needs your business might have, all at no additional charge. Everything from websites to sales to inventory to accounting, all linked and talking to each other. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
To the fam. Alrighty, so during the debate and or during the hockey conversation, today being cut down day in the National Football League, I had one of our reporters, a listener to KFAN over here, come up and inform me that the Minnesota Vikings have made cut or cuts. Nordo was on top of it, but we were in an elongated conversation with one of my very favorites over the course of a couple of decades, Bob Motzko, who I first met through Don Lucia, Jordan Leopold, and some other college hockey players. And we ain't going to stop that chat to just talk about a single cut. But now we have time to do it. And I don't know if there have been cut or cuts for the Minnesota Vikings, but personally speaking, is this earth-shaking? Is it franchise-changing, what we're about to share? Personally, I think the answer is no, but it is moderately surprising to me the Minnesota Vikings have cut
Gabriel Murphy.
Outside linebacker, 59, Gabe Murphy, undrafted from UCLA. Go on.
Yeah, this is, according to Pelissero, he did post this on X as we were doing the great debate, that the Vikings plan to waive outside linebacker Gabriel Murphy, barring a trade before today's cut-down deadline. I believe that's 3 o'clock, per source. Murphy had 1.5 sacks in the preseason, so and that's where Murphy splashing early on, specifically in that first Texans game. But as we were playing the numbers game, injury holding him back a year ago felt like, again, kind of maybe the way I was surprised with Harrison Phillips being dealt.
Yeah.
I just always kind of put him in the mix from a depth standpoint. So it's Van Ginkel, it's Grenard, and then Dallas Turner, year 2, buddy, let's step up. But then it was Gabriel Murphy, part of that conversation. Bo Richter, an element in this as well. Speaking to the depth of this front seven, I'm actually really, really surprised that he was let go.
Well, they're keeping if all of this is accurate, and if it's .com Tom Pelissero, it's going to be accurate. It's just a matter of time and how it develops. Wow, this they're keeping somebody that I think is going to be completely off the radar. Now, yesterday I predicted they would keep defensive back Tavair Thomas. He's been around the league a few years. wears 37, and I mean, he played some in the preseason, whatever. But it's not like they're going to count on him to be a somebody who plays in the secondary a ton and helps guide them to Super Bowl 60. He's a depth piece, but his work on special teams, I believe, is going to win him a spot on the job. Now, when I bring that up, it's either crickets or who cares. I understand that because nobody knows who the name is or what the name is. But you know what? A lot of people said the same thing about Marcus Sherrills. And look at the career he made here and how important he was. So that's off to the side. It's a team game. They all eventually matter. Is it Austin Keys, a linebacker? Maybe they cut him. I don't know. Is it Joe Huber, offensive lineman from Wisconsin, that they have intel? They have intel that there's somebody the league thinks they're going to cut, and they're lining up to get the guy for whatever the reason. Could be a Joe Huber, could be an Austin Keys. I don't know who it is, but this is moderately surprising to me. Now, finally, the name Bo Richter was mentioned. Bo blows away Gabriel Murphy on special teams, from what I understand. He's just markedly better than him at it. And if you're counting on your fourth edge guy to play full snaps in games, you're probably in a little bit of trouble in that spot. So maybe they're looking at it that way, that Richter is dramatically better than Murphy on special teams, and that matters to us. We got Dallas, we got Gink, we got the Gink. The Gink is on fire. And we got Grenard, so that's how I'm postulating.
Does 4 feel a little bit light on the outside linebacker side of things?
That's why I said I think there's a surprise. I mean, whether it's an inside, now position flexibility really matters to Brian Flores. So Hargrave, Allen, and whomever they keep up front, like Taki Taimani, well, that's pretty much a nose tackle. Jalen Redmond plays both tackle spots, can play defensive end. Hargrave, the way they do it, they can play end or tackle. So there might be a linebacker in here, Austin Keys, Chaz Chambliss, I don't know what the name is, who can play both spots. Like, this is his spot. Yeah. But you know what? We can use him at edge in a pinch if we need it. They're up to something here.
And not just that, but the special teams element. I mean,
how about this? Hold on. I'm sorry to clip.
Yeah.
So what if he's part of a trade with draft picks to Carolina for Adam Thielen?
Ooh.
So just keep that in mind. Yeah. That because like I said yesterday, and Adam Schefter, when Adam Schefter's reporting, the Vikings and Panthers are talking about Thielen, and Adam would be happy to return to Minnesota. That's Adam Schefter, man, which means he's talked to his agent, him or somebody, and they're not begging to get out, but they're basically like, yeah, that would be super cool. And I believe Adam feels that way too. But I also believe, I don't exactly know what Carolina's asking for Adam, but it's too much. And Kwesi's not, certainly not speaking for him. I can't see him bending and giving whatever they're asking for a 37-year-old receiver who, by the way, still can play. But now if you add a backup edge with some picks, well, then all of a sudden we're starting to now we're in the chat, as the kids would say, right?
Well, and I think to that end, how often would Gabriel Murphy play in this? I mean, you have your first round pick from a year ago. Part of it's not maybe being ready to pop.
Yeah. Oh, you mean here?
Yeah, but Dallas Turner playing 300 snaps, you love the idea of this defense coming in waves, right?
If Kwesi found a college free agent that he can trade with a pick to get an accomplished, I mean, he's playing so fast right now, this Kwesi train. We'll see where this goes. We got to pause. Be right back.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Life moves fast. A new home, a new baby, a new chapter. But without an estate plan, your future's still vulnerable. With Trust and Will, you can name guardians, start a trust, create healthcare directives, and more. All online in about an hour. It's attorney-designed, state-specific, and built to protect what you love. Plans start at just $199, and every plan is safe, secure, and kept completely private. From families with young kids to adults caring for aging parents, Trust and Will makes it simple to take control, without a law office, paperwork stress, or court delays. Go to trustandwill.com and use code RADIO to save 20%. Start your plan today. Don't wait for life to force your hand. Estate planning is one of the smartest, most loving things you can do. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
This is Jacob Goldstein from What's Your Problem? When you buy business software from lots of vendors, the costs add up and it gets complicated and confusing. Odoo solves this. It's a single company that sells a suite of enterprise apps that handles everything from accounting to inventory to sales. Odoo is all connected on a single platform in a simple and affordable way. You can save money without missing out on the features you need. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
All righty. So tomorrow, Wednesday, at the Great Minnesota Get-Together at Carousel Park, we definitely will chat with Mike Florio from ProFootballTalk.com about cut day in the National Football League. And the regular season opener is a week from Thursday. So in the business, we would say 9 days from today. And the Viking season opener, 13 days from today. And the Golden Gophers season opener, non-conference opener against Buffalo is Thursday, right?
This Thursday, Buffalo, Huntington Bank Stadium. Yes, right here on the Fan.
What'd you learn about Buffalo when I was heading to Nashville?
I learned they're a bad team and that there should be a lopsided victory for the Gophers.
Mm-hmm.
I think really all the conversation about the Gophers, and we're going to get it doubled up game day with Grimm and Bernsey on Thursday, is really about the quarterback in Lindsey. This is a team that is super top-heavy talent. Are they deep enough? So it'll be that conversation about health throughout the year, rebuilding the O-line, part of that too. But everyone's locked in, man. Like, how does this Drake thing look? PJ appears to love it, which is sweet. And that's what we're going to be looking forward to. The non-conference should be a breeze. You got to go to the Buckeyes. You got to go to Oregon this year, at Iowa. Let's win at Kinnick, please.
The two preferred scribes, those who cover the Minnesota Vikings for 9 to noon, they both will be here tomorrow. Ben Gessling from the Star Tribune, courtesy of Standard Heating and Air, and Alec Lewis from The Athletic, courtesy of Steve's Appliances and stevesappliances.com. So 2 hours of cogent, hardcore Minnesota Vikings conversation tomorrow. We thank Eric Nordquist for guiding the great Ship Love Covenant from Carousel Park, and I'm Paul Allen. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for listening to KFAN. The program with Dan Cole, the Common Man, is next on your favorite radio station. It is KFAN. Have a good day.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show, or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with washablesofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabe's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Fox One is now live. It's the new way to stream all your Fox favorites all in one place. That means NFL Sundays and college football games, breaking news with the Fox voices you trust, and your favorite shows streamed as they happen so nothing gets spoiled. With Fox One, you get it all live. Edge-of-your-seat plays, jaw-dropping moments, and that feeling like you're right there in the action. Start your 7-day trial today. Offers are subject to change. Go to Fox One for complete terms and conditions. Fox One, we live for live. Streaming now.
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
Does Friendly have a taste? If it does, it's probably like Hello's peppermint-flavored anti-plaque and whitening toothpaste. Brush away plaque, show tartar who's boss, and remove surface stains to naturally whiten. Hello's thoughtful and flavor-forward products make brushing your teeth feel like a confetti-filled bathroom dance party. So say hello to Hello with the always cruelty-free, never tested on animals toothpaste that's made to spread smiles. Visit HelloProducts.com and let Hello add some everyday yay into your life.